Tonight, the NECW Heavyweight Champion Brad Hollister was set to team with Sean Burke to take on the team of the Canadian sensation Jeremy Prophet and Genesis in a special USA vs. Canada Tag Team contest.
That's not what's going to happen now. Let me tell you what's going to happen. I am going to give Sean Burke a shot at this title. And why am I going to give Sean Burke a shot at this title? I mean, I didn't even have to defend the title going into tonight. I'll explain why. Sean, I have a lot of respect for you, a hell of a lot of respect for you. Not a lot of people know this, but Sean, you were one of my coaches back in the day, youth football. I mean, I know you remember, but not everybody knows that about us. There's a little story I want to give you about me and Sean Burke, okay? So last game of the season, we're going for an undefeated year, okay? Kid on the other team makes our running back fumble. He picks it up, runs it to the end zone. That was the first point my team allowed that entire year. So I walked up to the kid, I said, hey kid, that was a nice play. I gotta give it to you. Good job. Went to go give him a high five. You know what he did? Spiked that football right in front of my face. So naturally, I hooked that kid and gave him the meanest belly to belly that anyone in that entire field has ever seen. And my coaches were mad. They took me out of the game. They sat me on the bench. They called me every name in the book except one. And that was Sean Burke. Sean Burke came up to me, patted me on the shoulder pad and said, hey kid, that was a hell of a belly to belly. Because he also knows, just like I do, to be in the game, you got to be out of your mind. And professional wrestling's the same deal. So Sean, once we step in that ring, all our friendship goes out the window. Hell, the fact that I pretty much grew up with you as my big brother goes out the window, and we find out who the better man is tonight.
Welcome everyone to a gigantic week of New England Championship Wrestling. Sheldon Goldberg here, and it doesn't get any bigger than the NECW Heavyweight Championship, which is on the line this week. There you see the NECW Heavyweight Champion, Brad Hollister, the Dark Horse, the man who defied all the odds to win the 2014 Iron 8 Championship, and in the process, the NECW Heavyweight Championship. And this week he faces that man, a former two-time NECW Heavyweight Champion, Sean Burke. At the top of the broadcast, you saw Brad Hollister discussing the history between him and Sean Burke, the closeness between these two individuals. Brad Hollister asked for this matchup. Sean Burke did not have to go chasing after Brad Hollister. What a challenge for the NECW Heavyweight Champion. A handshake to start us off, and let's get the introductions now from Chris Norman.
This match is set for one fall with a 60-minute time limit, and it is for the NECW Heavyweight Championship. Your referee is Barbara Mahoney. Introducing first, the challenger from Vero Beach, Florida, weighing in at 240 pounds, Sean Burke.
The big man, Sean Burke, getting ready to try to win the NECW Heavyweight Championship for an unprecedented third time. Oh, wait a minute! Jack Maverick from behind on Brad Hollister. And Maverick takes a powder. Jack Maverick attacking Brad Hollister from behind. Maverick thinks this should be his match, but he's going to be getting an opportunity at Hollister coming up in a little more than a week at the Lancaster Fair. We'll have more on that in just a few moments.
No, we're going to start this.
Hollister wants to start the match.
Did she hit the head with a cowbell?
I don't give a damn. Give me that. Give me that.
Listen, I don't care who comes down here and who does what. I am not backing down from a fight. I don't give a damn who clotheslines me in the back of the head.
God bless Brad Hollister for wanting to fight Sean Burke anyway, but Sean Burke's got something to say.
Right, look. We weren't even supposed to wrestle tonight.
Yeah, I know.
Okay? We're both dressed up like freaking Captain America here because we were supposed to wrestle a couple of Canadians and decided not to show up.
Shocker!
So here's the deal. Obviously, we got to worry about Jack Maverick and introduce himself into the match, right? I'm not wrestling you right now. Not right now.
Wait a minute. General Manager Paul Richard has something to say.
Thank you, Sean Burke. Listen, here's what we'll do. I want you to get checked out real quick by the doctor in the back. We got information coming out next. You know, give you a few minutes to collect yourself. later on tonight, we'll have this match. All right, guys?
Nothing in this world is going to stop me from defending my NECW championship. You better believe that. This man is a hell of an athlete. He is like a big brother to me. I've known this guy since I've been 8 years old. He deserves this shot. I'm giving him this shot. So ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned, because the match that me and Sean Burke are going to put on is going to absolutely blow your way. So Sean, right now, man to man, good luck.
Wow, what a show of sportsmanship by the NECW Heavyweight Champion, Brad Hollister. He's going to get checked out by the doctor quickly, and when we come back, it'll be Hollister versus Burke for the NECW Heavyweight Championship. Stay with us.
Welcome to Hokkaido.
There's a whole world of Asian flavor waiting for you at Hokkaido. Their menu features delicious Chinese, Japanese, and Thai favorites, along with sumptuous sushi, hot pot, and hibachi. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday are karaoke nights. So for a whole world of Asian flavor and a whole lot of fun, come to Hokkaido, 1250 Osgood Street, North Andover, Mass. Like us on Facebook or call us at 978-687-9888.
I'm standing here with the man we have not seen since NECW's Iron 8 tournament. Sean Burke, welcome back to NECW. And rumor has it that you were actually injured during that Iron 8 tournament.
No. Let rumors be what they are. Let them be rumors. I knew what I was getting into when I walked into that match. I knew what Brad Hollister had. I've known the kid since he was 8 years old. He's told people that before. I know what kind of competitor he is, and I knew that he was going to bring his A game, so I did everything in my power to bring my A game that night. Didn't work out for me, right? But you live to fight another day. You win some, you lose some, all the cliches in the world that you can think of. But what Brad Hollister did tonight, after he was attacked by Jack Maverick, is he granted me a title shot. Now, he didn't have to do that. He did that because he's a stand-up guy. I'm gonna look right into this camera. Brad Hollister is a stand-up guy. This isn't a gimmick. This isn't me coming out here and just trying to put the kid over or anything like that. He's a stand-up guy. Didn't have to give me a title shot. We were supposed to wrestle Jeremy Prophet in Genesis. We were going to have this whole USA versus Canada thing. Because I know the two of them, I knew they weren't going to endear themselves to the crowd. Brad Hollister could have had the night off. Or hell, we could have wrestled somebody else. They could have found someone to take their place. He didn't have to defend his title tonight, but what he's done is he's given me a title shot. He's done the right thing. He's been a stand-up guy. And what I can promise Brad Hollister is that tonight when we get in the ring, I'm going to be a stand-up guy too, and I'm going to do what I've always done. I'm going to do what you've always done. I'm going to give you everything that I have. I know you're going to give me everything that you have. May the best man win.
Wrestling fans, I'm the Extreme Enforcer, Paul Richard, and if you're sitting at home thinking about I'd love to be a pro wrestler, this is the place you want to be, the Bell Time Club, Wakefield, Massachusetts. Get off the couch and let's go. If you've ever thought of being a wrestler, come down to Wakefield and they'll show you how it's done.
Welcome back to New England Championship Wrestling. General Manager Paul Richard telling Brad Hollister he's good to go. Let's go to Chris Norton.
This match is set for one fall with a 60-minute time limit, and it is for the NECW Heavyweight Championship. Your referee is Chris Bartolo. Introducing first the challenger from Vero Beach, Florida, weighing in at 240 pounds, Sean Burke.
A former two-time NECW Heavyweight Champion, Sean Burke. Looking for number 3.
Too pretty, man.
And his opponent from Springfield, Massachusetts.
Listen to these fans.
Weighing in at 212 pounds, the current NECW Heavyweight Champion,
Brad Hollister, a former state amateur wrestling champion who has scratched and clawed and fought his way to the top of the mountain in New England Championship Wrestling, getting set to face what perhaps could be his biggest challenge. Referee Chris Bartolo showing the championship belt. And we are underway. Hollister versus Burke. Hollister giving up about 50 pounds and about 7 inches of height. The former champion Sean Burke. Hollister now picks Burke up, drives him into the corner.
Clean break. 1, 2, 3.
And a clean break.
Okay, you gotta watch out. Okay, all right.
As we heard earlier in the broadcast, Sean Burke used to be Brad Hollister's coach in youth football. That's how long these two have known each other and how well they know each other. Waistlock takedown by Burke.
I can do that too.
As these two feel each other out. Advanced New England Championship Wrestling, just a little more than a week from now, will be in Lancaster, New Hampshire. All of our great fans in northern New Hampshire, get ready for New England Championship Wrestling, as we are a featured attraction at the Lancaster Fair. A gigantic card on tap. We'll tell you all about it a little bit later in this broadcast. And now it's Burke powering Hollister into the corner, but Hollister now coming back. Hollister and Burke trying to get the better of each other. Burke with Hollister in the corner. 1, 2, 3. Referee calling for the break. Burke now backs up. Tie-up. Burke now with a side headlock on the NECW Heavyweight Champion. Hollister shoots him off, and Burke drives him down to the canvas. Burke goes for the cover, but Hollister makes the ropes. Advanced New England Championship Wrestling getting ready to celebrate its 14th anniversary. Bash 14 at the Everett Rec Center, Everett, Massachusetts. Saturday night, September 6th. All titles will be defended. More on that later in this broadcast. Hollister now in control on Burke, off the ropes. Hollister ducks the clothesline, ducks it again. And now it's Hollister driving Burke down to the canvas. These fans are solidly behind the NECW Heavyweight Champion, Brad Hollister, who has captured the imagination of the NECW fan base like no champion in recent memory. Burke now powering Hollister into the corner. Shoulder block. Tries to take the starch out of Hollister, sends Hollister to the opposite side. Hollister over the top. Hollister with a fireman's carry takedown. Locks up the arm with Sean Burke.
No.
Hollister with a headlock, has the arm scissor. Burke rolls him into a pinning combination, but only gets 2. Hollister remains in control. Burke now getting up to his feet. Burke has the height and weight advantage over the NECW Heavyweight Champion. Has him in the ropes. And now Burke breaks out the aggressive tactics on Brad Hollister. Sean Burke has not forgotten what this is all about, which is the NECW Heavyweight Championship, and he delivers a big boot right there. Hollister got tagged. Hollister rolling around on the canvas. Referee Chris Bartolo checking on him. Bartolo telling Sean Burke to stay back. Hollister says he's okay. Let's take a quick break right here. We'll be back with the conclusion of this championship matchup when New England Championship Wrestling continues after this. The official printing company of New England Championship Wrestling is Color Copy Center Boston. We copy, we print, we bind, we laminate. And we offer free delivery in Metro Boston. See us at 31 St. James Avenue in the Park Square building. Call us at 617-391-0030 or visit us online at colorcopycenterboston.com. They make NECW look good, they'll make you look good too. We are back with more of this NECW Heavyweight Championship matchup. Sean Burke, the former two-time champion, backing up the current champion, Brad Hollister. Hollister off the ropes. Burke with a big back elbow. Cover right here. Only two. Sean Burke has known Brad Hollister since he was 8 years old. He coached him in youth football. And now it's Brad Hollister with the NECW Heavyweight Championship and Sean Burke looking to get it back. Big headbutt by Sean Burke. Cover right here. Only two. Hollister was out. Hollister rolls him over into a cover of his own. And a one count right there. Burke not laying back here on the NECW Heavyweight Champion. All the marbles are at stake in this matchup. A big test for Hollister. Hollister, sunset flip, has Burke down into a pinning combination, but only two. Hollister staggering now. Burke delivers a big right hand. Right between the eyes of Brad Hollister. Two blue chip athletes. Two tough customers. Only one can be the champion. Hollister now reverses on Burke off the ropes. Hollister dives in and goes down. Burke rolls him over into a cover. Only two. Burke thought he had it. What a matchup this week here on New England Championship Wrestling. And what a story. Hollister giving Sean Burke this championship matchup when he didn't have to. Burke is breaking out the heavy lumber now as he goes after the NECW Heavyweight Champion. Hollister slumped in the corner trying to pull himself together. Burke stalks his prey, whips him to the opposite side. Burke charges in, but nobody home. Hollister with a roll-up. Only two. A close near fall from the NECW Heavyweight Champion. And Burke once again laying the boots in on the NECW Heavyweight Champion. Man, what a big shot right to the ear. That ear that Jack Maverick earlier tonight laid a cowbell to. Hollister trying to come back, but Burke just clubbed him down. Hollister, what fight in this young man? Off the ropes goes Burke. Hollister locks him up and drives him into a belly-to-belly suplex. Here's a cover. This could do it. Only two. Just when you think Hollister has been beaten down, he comes back with an explosive maneuver. Burke staggers to his feet. Hollister drives in, but Burke with a big clothesline. Wow! Burke just about took his head off. This could do it here. Only two. Brad Hollister refuses to stay down. Burke now off the ropes. Hollister takes him over the top. And a break for the NECW Heavyweight Champion. Hollister now dives down on Burke. Both men out on the concrete. And folks, that is concrete. There is no padding out there. That's not a dirt floor, that's not a wooden floor. That is solid concrete. Burke sent it the hard way by Hollister. Hollister back up on the apron. But Burke tags him. Big shot by Burke. And another. Hollister slumped in the ropes. Oh, big kick right to the temple. And Hollister slumps to the apron. The NECW Heavyweight Championship on the line. The champion Brad Hollister facing the much bigger Sean Burke. The much more experienced Sean Burke. The Sean Burke who has held the NECW Heavyweight Championship on 2 previous occasions. Burke drives the knee into the chin of the NECW Heavyweight Champion, and Burke sets him up again. Oh my goodness. Here's the cover, this could do it. Only 2. The resilience of the NECW Heavyweight Champion on display. And that is a big reason why these NECW fans have become so fond of Brad Hollister. Burke trying to soften up the NECW Heavyweight Champion into a football stance. Drives in, but eats a back elbow. Hollister on the back of Burke going for a sleeper, but doesn't have the leverage. On the ropes goes Hollister, and now Burke with a sleeper. Hollister spins out of it, belly to back suplex. On the money. And that took the starch out of Sean Burke. 2. Hollister getting a chance to recover, but Burke not going anywhere. Hollister back up to his feet. Slumps down again. Burke pulling himself up. Burke lumbers in, but Hollister with a knee to the midsection. And another. Hollister tags Burke. Tags him again. Brad Hollister firing away. Burke tries to fire back. Hollister now. Suplex into a bridge. Here's a cover. And only 2. And that, folks, is why Brad Hollister is the NECW Heavyweight Champion. Off the ropes, Hollister now. Over the top of Burke, tries to get sunset again. Burke tries to stomp him, but Hollister trips him out. Burke went face first into the canvas, and now it's Hollister upstairs. High cross body into a cover. Only 2. What a matchup this week. 2 of the best that NECW has to offer. In a one-on-one matchup with the championship on the line. Hollister tries to get Burke up, can't do it. Burke drops behind. Hollister off the ropes. Over the top of Burke. And that was a bad landing for Brad Hollister. Could be a break for Sean Burke here. Burke setting him up, going to the outside. But Hollister stirring. Sean Burke going upstairs. Hollister back up to his feet. Hollister charges in, tries to get in position for a superplex. Can't quite do it. Burke shoves him off. Brad Hollister getting back up to his feet. Burke continues to try to get upstairs. Hollister charges in after him. Hollister takes Burke over. Superplex. Here's a cover right here. There's 1, there's 2, and there's 3. Brad Hollister retains the NECW Heavyweight Championship over Sean Burke. Let's get the official word.
Your winner of the match and still NECW Heavyweight Champion, Brad Hollister.
A hard-fought matchup and a spectacular victory for the NECW Heavyweight Champion, Brad Hollister. Give Sean Burke props for giving that man the match of his life. Certainly Sean Burke did not let up at all. on Brad Hollister. Sean Burke has a big future in professional wrestling, as does the NECW Heavyweight Champion. And look at these kids coming up to congratulate and greet their hero, the NECW Heavyweight Champion, Brad Hollister. A phenomenal matchup this week here on New England Championship Wrestling. And once again, you see the mutual respect between these two phenomenal athletes. Kevin Castro will get post-match comments from Brad Hollister when New England Championship Wrestling continues after this. New England Championship Wrestling returns live as the Blazing Summer Tour makes its final stop at the Lancaster Fair in Lancaster, New Hampshire, Friday night, August 29th, with a 7 p.m. bell time. In the main event, NECW Heavyweight Champion Brad Hollister defends his title in a rematch with the one-man lynch mob Jack Maverick. The NECW Tag Team Championship is on the line in a dream match as the End defend against the team of the Canadian sensation Jeremy Prophet and Genesis. In World Women's Wrestling action, Triple W Champion Mistress Belmont and Toxis with Miss Sammy Lane take on the team of Davey and Skyscraper Lizzie Rays. NECW Television Champion, the Masshole Mike McCarthy, and Bo Douglas battle former NECW Television Champion Toto Loco and former NECW Tag Team Champion Nick Fahrenheit. Plus more to be announced. This NECW live event is free with your admission to the fair. Don't miss all the action and all the great fair attractions as New England Championship Wrestling comes to the Lancaster Fair, Friday night, August 29th in Lancaster, New Hampshire. New England Championship Wrestling celebrates its 14th anniversary with Bash 14, Saturday night, September 6th at the Everett Rec Center, 47 Elm Street, Everett, Mass, with a 7 p.m. bell time. All titles will be defended. In the main event, NECW Heavyweight Champion Brad Hollister defends his title against his trainer, mentor, and former champion, Antonio the Promise Thomas. NECW Television Champion, the Masshole Mike McCarthy, faces former champion Toto Loco in a 2-out-of-3 ball showdown. NECW Tag Team Champions The End take on former NECW Tag Team Champion Nick Fahrenheit and a mystery partner. World Women's Wrestling Champion Mistress Belmont puts the red and gold belt on the line against Davey N. Plus, former NECW Heavyweight Champion Sean Burke collides with Genesis, and the one-man lynch mob Jack Maverick battles the Canadian sensation Jeremy Prophet. Plus, more matches to be announced. Tickets are on sale now, online at NECW.TV, or call toll-free 1-800-838-3006. That's 1-800-838-3006. Don't miss NECW's biggest event of the year, Bash 14, Saturday night, September 6th in Everett.
Congratulations, Brad Hollister, on that victory in a classic matchup.
Yeah, it was a great matchup. Sean, you gave me the match of my life. I'll give you that. And I could use excuses about me not being 100% coming into this match, but I'm not. Jack Maverick, you want to keep attacking me, that's fine. But next time we see each other face to face, you're definitely not going to be attacking me from behind. Because I'm going to have you one-on-one next time, August 29th. Me and you. Let's go.